Creepy facts that will give your nightmares nightmares. Even if you go by the 5-second rule, minor insects can crawl on your food after you drop it on the floor, pick it up and eat it. If you try to suppress a sneeze, you could rupture a blood vessel in your head or neck and die. There is more of a chance of finding a dead body under your bed than in your garbage. 4 sunken nuclear subs sit at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. If a black cat looks at you and then runs, it means something unusual is about to happen to you. This is a pacu fish, found mostly in Brazil. They're related to the piranha, and yes, they really do have human teeth. Have you ever had a nightmare where you can't move or speak, but you're still completely conscious? Turns out it can happen in real life, and it's called locked-in syndrome. This is a magnified picture of an eyelash mite, and there's probably hundreds of them living on your face. This is a horned toad, and it can squirt blood out of its eyes. Good to know that exists. Did you know that fir trees can actually grow in your lungs? Russian doctors removed what they believed to be a tumor from a man's lung, only to discover that it was actually a 2-inch fir tree. Did you know that crows aren't just extremely intelligent, but they even have their own language? When the movie trailer for The Exorcist was shown to the public in theaters, it was reportedly so scary that people ran out of the room. As a result, they decided to ban that version of the trailer, though the video is now available to watch on YouTube. In the Czech Republic, there is a church called the Sedlec Ossuary that has decorations made entirely of human bones. In January of 2017, a 100-foot asteroid nicknamed AG-13 passed by our home planet. It was less than the distance of the moon and just missed hitting our planet. Scientists only saw that it was coming roughly 2 days before it could have hit Earth. After a stroke or some sort of brain trauma, some people can develop prosopagnosia, also known as facial agnosia. This is when someone loses the ability to recognize faces. In Rome, there is a small museum that claims to have documentation of hauntings from people whose souls are stuck in purgatory. Poveglia, Italy is considered to be the most haunted island in the world, as untold numbers of people dying of the plague were quarantined there in the 18th century. Do you ever wonder what people did before the invention of assembly line cups and bowls? In ancient England, people used the tops of hollowed human skulls to drink and eat. Victorian England had a bunch of strange fads. Bizarrely, post-mortem photography was all the rage. In these photographs, people would take a recently deceased family member and stage them, either in a family portrait or alone, as if the deceased was just sleeping or resting. In the 19th century, before medical professionals had the tools to discern comas or paralysis from death, the fear of being buried alive was very real. Patented safety coffins were invented so that mistakenly buried people could alert those above ground to their predicament. Wealthy Europeans in the 1500s and the 1600s ate parts of corpses, believing them to have medical properties. blood, powder ground up from human skull, and human fat were all used to cure various ailments.